920 or 0705 890 4927. You can send a WhatsApp message to either join the Super FM community on WhatsApp to the numbers 0705 6900927. Send a WhatsApp message. Say, hey, I want to join your breakfast club. I want to join Super Lounge. I want to join the drive time. Join any of the groups and just become a part of our family. As far as you're in any of these groups, you'd get freebies and great conversations come to you week in, week out. So yes, and you can also follow us on Facebook at Super from Lagos. Drop your comments right there on the Facebook. Streaming live right now, you would see my not so very handsome face. But if you think I'm handsome, I can say it. I will do like this a bit. Okay, so let's get back to the conversation. We've got this message. It was sent in, and I'll be reading from that, and then we can all react appropriately. I've given out the numbers. I will read them out again so that the people that just joined in, who are just, I just got home, so those people could join as well. And for those people who want to drop the comments on the Super FM Global app, please do so. Download the Super FM Global app on your iOS and Google stores and be a part of the conversation. But we're live on Facebook. Don't say I did not tell you. I've been singing it like a song since. We're live on Facebook. Go and watch me. Okay, so yes, it says, hi, Dark Page Babe and OSYB. Hello. I'm saying hello back to you. Please keep me anonymous. Of course, you know the drill. We will keep you anonymous. I love your entire show and I listen from the app every time I can. Okay. I hope I would catch this episode when you do talk about it. Well, I hope you catch it as well. My husband is addicted to gambling. There, I said it. That's how she put it. She says her husband is addicted to gambling. Her husband used to tell man, play all those things, use Sogun Dogoji, those kind of things, doubling money and all those things. Now, he does this thing with even the most sensitive parts of our finances. He's very addicted. He would say that's how he makes up for the numerous bills. That's what he says to her. We have to pay. He says that's how he makes up for the numerous bills we have to pay off. We are paying off a debt that we incurred a while back, and one of the installments was delayed because my husband staked it on a football game with one of these betting companies. I knew this because the person who we were supposed to pay the money to said she didn't receive the money as at when due 5 weeks ago. My husband has been ignoring her calls, and she resorted to calling me to get the explanation. I just had to cover up and asked for more time. The amount was just 50,000 naira, and I know we should have paid, but he didn't. When I asked him, he said he staked about 30,000 naira on different games. I got angry and we fought about it. A week later, he said one of the tickets came back and we had won 3 million naira. Okay. He paid the kids' fees, the balance of our rent, the money owed in full, and also put food at home. I am lost for words though. This is a bad habit I don't think I am comfortable with. But he said without that bet, he wouldn't have been able to do all he did, and as early as he did it. My hands are tied right now. What if he lost all the money? Please advise me. Thank you, guys. Okay, so that's the size of that conversation. That's the conundrum. That's the issue that we are tackling this morning in our minds. So this is the story of a woman who's been married. They have kids. She said her and her husband do things together financially. Recently, they incurred a debt that they've been paying back. I think they pay in installments of 50,000 naira every month, but they delayed on one of the payments. So the person who they were supposed to pay to called her and said, "Madam, your husband has been avoiding my calls, and he didn't pay this installment as I went due, and that is what is going on. I'm angry, blah blah blah." Now she said she didn't confront. She just covered up to say, "Oh, they had some delays and that she will get back to the person." Now she went to her husband to confront him and say this, that. And the man said, "Oh, I staked about 30,000 naira on some games." And they fought about it at the time. But eventually, after they fought and they had the argument, she said one of the tickets came back positive and they won 3 million naira. Out of the 3 million naira, the man paid, the husband paid what was left of their rent, the balance of their rent for the year, I'm guessing. He also paid the children's fees. He paid up the debt entirely. What was left of the debts they were paying back, paid everything in full, and then put food in their house. And he said to her, if I no play this gamble where I play, if I no bet this game where I bet, how we for take do all these things where I don't do now? And of course, she says her hands are tied, because what if things went the other way? What if the game didn't come back as positive as they expected and they lost all the money regardless? Now, her saying this is something that she's saying that her hands are tied, because she doesn't know if to encourage him or to get angry or seek for help and speak to this man to stop gambling. But then, it's not an opinion that I want to have alone. It's one that I think we should have together. It's one that I think we should discuss. That's why you, my dear listener, and of course my family members on the community can weigh in and be a part of this conversation. So if you think this is really a bad thing that the man should stop, let's have the conversation. The numbers to call are 0705 890 4927 or 0805 0805, I beg your pardon, 092 0927, or you could alternatively call 0802 502 7711. Okay, so those are the numbers. We've got comments coming in. Basically, for me, I'm not a betting man. I don't do that actually. And it's reasons best known to me, and the fact that certain things I don't know. I'm always very skeptical about putting certain things in perspective. But for me, I would say it's a no-no. And really, for me, that's me. But then for some people, it's a good thing. Like he said, he won 3 million naira. If he didn't stick on that game, maybe he wouldn't have won the 3 million naira. But let's see what the public has to say before we take some messages that have been coming in on the community. Let's take this call. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Hello?
Hello, I'm Henry from Vegas.
Henry from where?
Vegas.
Beggar Square.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Henry. What do you think?
I think the man should stop the game.
You think the man should stop it?
Yeah, it's not possible.
Hello, we can't quite hear you properly. Henry, you'll have to call us back maybe when you change your location and the network is a little better. But then I think Henry said he thinks the man should stop gambling. Okay, so we're live on Facebook at Super FM Lagos. If you have comments, please drop them there. We will be reading them real time. And of course, if you have conversations that you want to drop for us via the WhatsApp, 0705 6900927 is the number to send your WhatsApp messages to. And you can also do us one better and join the WhatsApp community, the Super FM WhatsApp community, and let's have these conversations together. So let's see what some of our community members are saying right now. So the first comment is coming in from Talamo. She says, so you see this matter, like you said, it choketh. I am not one to encourage betting though, and the truth is both of them cannot have their cake and eat it. Now, this woman is only confused now because the money came in. If the man had lost the money to that bet, it would have been a different story. All hell would have been let loose. That is how the human mind works. If she had to stand her ground if she has to stand her ground as to not wanting the husband to gamble, then she has to be ready for whatever comes with it. Two things. If he stops betting, those Osho-free monies, I'm liking how you described it as Osho-free monies, might not come again. If he continues, they might lose sometimes and win sometimes. So she needs to decide, take a stand and stop being in the middle. Of course, that's what Talamo is saying. Thank you so much all the way from Ojodubega. Mr. Prime says betting or gambling, okay? General is some betting or gambling or general is something I consider bad, even for the fact that he won 3 million. It's not a free ticket that he will continue winning. Personally, I will advise that he invest the money in a business. If he must even gamble, I think he should be using money that is not of importance to him. E.g., if he has 50k and he uses 500 naira out of it, is okay. Not using up to 30k. That's what Mr. Prime is saying. Mr. Prime says, out of 50k, where you're supposed to pay your installment of debt, you take and go, you 30k, go play bet. What if the money don't come back? That's what Mr. Prime is saying. I'll be going on a quick break right now. Of course, this one is coming in from Ricardo Banks. He calls this one, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be dancing to that for a bit. We'll play some jingles, and when we come back from that, we'll continue the conversation. Stay tuned. Still is Super FM 92.7. It is Family Matters. I'll be right back.
92.7 Super FM.
Your one family, one radio, Super 92.7 FM.
One family. One radio. 92.7 Super FM.
Your one family, one radio, Super 92.7. Super 92.7 FM.
One family. One radio. 92.7 Super FM.
Your one family, one radio, Super 92.7 FM.
One family. One radio. 92.7 Super FM.
Your one family, one radio, Super 92.7 FM.
One family. One radio. 92.7 Super FM.
Your one family, one radio, Super 92.7 FM.
One family. One radio. 92.7 Super FM.
Your one family, one radio, Super 92.7 FM.
One family. One radio. 92.7 Super FM.
Your one family, one radio, Super 92.7 FM.
One family. One radio. 92.7 Super FM.
Your one family, one radio, Super 92.7 FM.
One family. One radio. 92.7 Super FM.
Your one family, one radio, Super 92.7 FM.
One family. One radio. 92.7 Super FM.
Your one family, one radio, Super 92.7 FM.
One family. One radio. 92.7 Super FM.
Your one family, one radio, Super 92.7 FM.
One family. One radio. 92.7 Super FM.
Your one family, one radio, Super 92.7 FM.
One family. One radio. 92.7 Super FM.
Your one family, one radio, Super 92.7 FM.
One family. One radio. 92.7 Super FM.
Your one family, one radio, Super 92.7 FM.
One family. One radio. 92.7 Super FM.
Your one family, one radio, Super 92.7 FM.
One family. One radio. 92.7 Super FM.
Your one family, one radio, Super 92.7.
Well, the wife sent in the message saying her husband is addicted to gambling, and he does this with even the most sensitive of their finances. So yes, they have a debt situation. They are paying off a debt of about some amount of money. They pay 50,000 naira every month. I think that's what they're supposed to do. But he delayed on one of the payments. The person who they were supposed to pay, whom he had been avoiding her calls, then reached out to her. Madam, your husband has been avoiding my calls. He has not paid this amount that he was supposed to pay. Yada yada yada. And she said, "Oh, please just give me some time. I'll get back to you." And she spoke to her husband. Her husband told her, "Oh, out of the 50,000 naira I should have paid 5 weeks ago, I staked some 30,000 naira on a betting game." And you know, she was like, "How would you do that?" Blah blah blah. They argued back and forth, and few weeks after that, fast forward, few weeks after that, the money came back. One of the games that he betted on came back winning 3 million naira. So he paid off the children's school fees, paid their rent that was due, part of the rent that was due, paid off some other things, and put food in the house. And he told her, to say I no bets now. I foresee this money, pay all these things. Now she says her hands are tied because seemingly these betting things sometimes come through and that she's kind of confused. Now on Facebook, we have comments. This one is from Bishop Joel. He says, watching live from Rayfield, Plateau State. Big shout out to you all the way from Lagos to Plateau State. He says he's watching live. Bishop Joel said he's watching live from Plateau State and is enjoying the program. He said my face show. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. My face show, my shoe shine. Bishop Joel, thank you. He says, and for that woman, make she find something doing that she can be earning money herself. Well, there's nothing in this context that says she's not earning money, my brother. She didn't say she wasn't earning money, so I can't categorically say that. But if you're saying she should earn something herself, yeah, and leave the man, with times he go stop. Them know they advise gambler, and in eye go soon clear with time. You sure say this eye go clear with time, my brother, Mr. Joel? Well, that's Joel's comment. And then getting back to the Super FM WhatsApp community, here we have this one. It says, good morning, playing gamble is not a bad thing. This is coming in from Favi Love. Favi Love says, okay, is it Favi or Favi Love? Favi Love says, playing gamble is not a bad thing, but not for him to put his family money at stake. It's actually bad for him and for the family too. He shouldn't gamble with family money, and he should also try and invest his money on any type of goods business. Favor from Lagos. Big shout out to you, Favor. Now, Eukaria, our Odogu influencer on the on the Super Breakfast Clubhouse, she says, firstly, I would advise that her husband create a side business if he already has a paid job. Sports betting is a very addictive thing, and the long run of sports betting is that the betting company always wins at the detriment of the players. Apart from the financial loss incurred from sports betting can have an irreparable damage on the player's self-confidence and the well-being of his family. Both parties should have a heart-to-heart talk on it, and where her husband still wants to continue with it, both parties should agree on the maximum amount her husband should set aside for sports betting. As a word of guidance, the maximum amount her husband should put in for sports betting should not affect their household monthly expenses. She should also encourage her husband on the side business, where the side business is bringing in some income, more income. With time, her husband will give up his addiction to sports betting. Hallelujah. Yes, that's what our texters have been saying. And of course, Eukaria sends a message just to flip her hair because I just read that message. Eukaria, I'm listening. I'm seeing your hand on the Super FM community WhatsApp. So please, if you're listening right now, you're not part of the community, please, I suggest that you do join. The numbers to send your WhatsApp messages to are 0705 6900927. Send a message, say I want to join the Super FM WhatsApp community. It seems like it's bubbling there. I want to be a part of that, and we would add you right into the group. Okay, so yes, those are some of the conversations that we've gotten, of course, from Facebook. And we had Henri call earlier. Henri said he doesn't think gambling is a bad thing, but then you shouldn't be gambling with your family money and all those other kind of things. I know people who don't use school fees gamble. I know people who don't use house rents gamble. Where they do just one short two odds like that. While gambling is not something that is, some people will say it's not bad, some people will say it's not good. I think whatever it is that you do, there should be some level of moderation. As an adult, as a young person, there should be some level of moderation. Let's imagine that in this scenario now, sir, that the money that you used to go and bet, this 30k that you used to bet, you did not now win anything. It's going to put your family at a very, very negative place, because then loan companies will start dragging you and putting your pictures here and there and saying you did things you didn't do. So I think, wisdom is profitable to direct in all things. And madam, like some of our texters have spoken about, I think it's a conversation that you need to have from a place of understanding and balance. Don't judge him, don't fight. Yes, that fighting thing might not work because you fought and then he won 3 million, then your own hand now for like, okay, my mama win 3 million. Those kind of things. I think you should come to it from a place of understanding. Look for alternatives, like some of our callers have said and our listeners have said, that you should tell them to tell your husband, like, see, okay, now you have some money, let's invest it in something that can be giving us returns. And then don't be staking 30,000 naira on a game. Like he staked 30,000 naira in different places and then he won 3 million naira. Yes, it seems like a good thing right now. What if he didn't win anything at all? That's why you need to talk about this addiction and how it's starting to affect your family. And I want to go by what Ikeria said. These things, eventually, you don't win in all of this. It sometimes is the betting companies will win more. But then if you have a varying opinion, Sha, and you think Baba should fire down, the numbers are 0805 092 0927. That's the number to call. 0805, I beg your pardon. 0805 092 0927 or 0705 890 4927. You can alternatively send a WhatsApp message to 0705 6900927. Their comments could also comment on Facebook. We're live on Facebook right now, Super FM Lagos. You can watch live to see what's happening right here on the Family Matters segment. My name is OSYB and I'm just here, chilling and having these conversations with you. Okay, so it is going to be time for us to wrap things up shortly. But before we go, I want to play you a song. This song is coming in from Davido. He calls this one assurance. Sometimes there's no assurance when you bet that something will come back, which is why that addiction might be a little bit negative. Stay tuned. Still is Super FM 92.7. When we come back from this break, I'll take more messages if I get them. And if I don't, I'll just wrap things up and play you some good old tunes to prepare you for the business day. Stay tuned. Still is Super FM 92.7. Here is assurance from Davido.
FM.
One family. One radio.
And we will be visiting other conversations. We'll be looking at other things, and we will be having, some good look at music. DJ Ryder joins us at 11 a.m. and you want to be a part of that, DJ Ryder now bringing you the vibe. So you should be here listening to DJ Ryder from 11 a.m. till about 1 p.m. when Papa Fuiti and the girls will be coming in to make sure that the rest of your day is beautiful. You're not in shot up beautiful. It's Tuesday, okay? So it promises to be really very exciting everywhere. Now, in case you just tuned in, this is Family Matters, and on the show today, we are having a conversation around a lady who sent in a message that her husband has been gambling with everything and anything. He's played with money that shouldn't have been touched, and recently he touched part of their debt repayment plan, which then caused the loan agency to call her, and then she said, "Well, give us more time." And she talked to her husband and said, "Oh, I staked 30,000 naira out of the 50,000 naira on a betting game." They fought about it, had an argument, but eventually, after some time, I think Mother Luck smiled on them, and he won 3 million naira. He paid off the debt in full, paid part of their rent that was the remainder that was left off unpaid. He paid the rent, paid the children's school fees, put food in the house, and then he was like, to say I no pay these bets now. Shay, I foresee all this money. Pay back. And she's like, my hands are tied, because he seems to be getting some sort of relief from this as well. But let's talk about the fact that while some people want to be of the school of thought that betting is not a bad thing, some people have spoken about the fact that it's an addiction. You're not doing excessively, or that you're not doing this to the extent that it's starting to